And how are you all? Hope you are doing very well. So let's go ahead and continue our journey to sign with the social media. Okay, so in the last lesson we have done the back end part, as we can see in here. So be sure to see the last video. Okay, so we have done the login in here, and we have installed this, and we have generated the token if the user pass valid token. So we'll see this in action and you will get more understanding. Okay, so here to review the code, I just have one fix here. Okay, it shouldn't be existing. You just put the token. Okay, don't worry. We'll go ahead and implement this in the front end and see how it goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and do just that. Okay, guys. So there is a package here called hello.js. Okay, which to do the social for us. Okay, we have two options. We can do it using this hello.js, do the social looking for us, or we can use a plugin that I have created. So I will use the plugin I have created. Okay, so I will go here. I'm not going to use hello.js, but I will use something else. Okay, I will create a new folder called service here. It seems that I have it. Okay, and I will paste in here this class. Okay, so this you don't need to worry about. So it's basically a plugin. Okay, so this will do the Google login for us. Okay, so after we have this plugin, so let's go ahead and use it in here. So we have the login component in here, and in the Google in the Google button, I will make prevent and I will make login with Google. Okay, and of course we don't have this action, so let's go ahead and define it. Methods. Okay, and I will define this method here, and let's alert to see if this work. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have. Refresh the page, and here we go. So we have this now. So let's do the function now to show the Google. Okay, I will go and import this plugin. Okay, so it's very straightforward, the plugin. So I will make Google Auth here. Okay, and I will make import Google Auth. Okay, from the file that we just created, which is in the same directory. Okay, services, and I believe this one. Okay, service. Okay, so after this, let's tell Google tell the view to use it. Okay, but before this, let's do some configuration here. Okay, option. So this will be an object, and this will take client ID. Okay, and this will be something, and let's scope. The scope, what you want from Google when the pop-up shows. Okay, so I need the profile and the email and the prompt as well, which is select account. That's it. Okay, so after we have done, okay, we need to tell view to use it. Okay, use Google as a plugin, and I pass this as well with it. Okay, so what is the key here? As you know, in the last video we have created the key, so I will copy and paste it. Okay, in here, so we have the key in here. So yes, we have now this as a plugin available for the Vue.js. Okay, so let's go ahead now and do the login. So I will come in here and I will do try and catch in here. Okay, and maybe I will cancel this. Okay, so let's do the login now. So I will define a const here, and I will Google user, and I will make await. Of course, await we use a sync in here. Okay, so this and gauth, because we tell in the main.js that we need this one. Okay, which comes from the plugin, this one. Okay, so in here we have imported like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the sign in. This will be sign in, so this will show the pop-up for us. Okay, what the response will be. Okay, so we don't need to. Okay, we will send it to the back end. Okay, so API service, of course we didn't have API service, so let's create this. Okay, first of all, but before this, let's show you what we have in here. Okay, so I will console log in here to see response or Google users. Okay, and this get auth token auth response. Okay, and this will be, I believe, access token, I believe. Okay, and this is a method, so it's not okay. So from here, after he sign in, so let's see if this work. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh, and okay, so it doesn't work. So let's see the console very quickly. Okay, sign not function. Okay, yeah, okay, this will be capital letter. Okay, and let's go ahead and try now. Hopefully you get something. Here we go. So we have the pop-up. I need to select the account. If I choose the account here and I go to the console in here, see the token has been printed. So this is the token that we need to pass to the backend. Okay, so this will pass it to the backend. Okay, and of course we have the logic in the backend. So how we can pass this to the backend? Well, we create we have Oxys in the beginning. Okay, so let's go ahead and onboard Oxys. It's very straightforward library. Okay, so I will create here class API service. Okay, and I will make a class in here, export default class, and I will give it a name, and I will define in here maybe API URL, which is, if I go to the postman in here, okay, I believe this one, isn't it? Okay, let me verify this. Okay, yeah, this is the one. So let's copy and paste. Okay, in here, and what I'm going to do is here is to do the login very quickly. So, or the send it to the backend. Okay, so how we can do this? I will define in here method do login social. Okay, and so this will try and do the magic for us. Okay, so catch. And let's, of course, in the production, guys, you want to return the error. Okay, but we will do this maybe in the end of this series. Okay, so let response in here, and response. Okay, what the wrong with it, man? Okay, response. Okay, so how we can do? So we go to the like this Oxys. Okay, and we need to onboard Oxys in here, right? As we know, we have installed this library from the beginning, right? Okay, so we have Oxys in here, and so let's do the post, where the post will go to the API URL, and I need, so in here, okay, where's to the login, isn't it? That we have route called login, isn't it? And we need to pass the API token, okay, or access token, okay. How we can pass it? And we need to define it in here, access token. Let's pass like this. Okay, and we need to pass the provider as well, which is this one. Okay, token provider. Okay, cool. So, and what we have in here, yeah, plus, and yes, so we have response in here. After we get the response, we need to return the response. Okay, so okay, cool. So we have this now in a place, and yes, hopefully everything will be fine in here though. Okay, but here, so this async call, so we need to await it. Okay, which is completely great now. Okay, so let's onboard this bad boy in here very quickly. So where, yeah, in the main. So in here, API service. So I will import this class so we can use it everywhere in the application. Service, and what we need to do is service, API service, this is the one, and I want to tell master review to use it using prototype. Okay, so when you use prototype, we tell that we need to make a global variable everywhere in the application. Okay, so let's create a new object of the class, which is this one. Okay, so yeah, so we have this logic in here now, so we can use this bad boy everywhere, and this has blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's check if this works. So let's send that access token that we just get from Google to pass it to the backend. Okay, so how we can do this is it's very straightforward. So we don't need so we do this and API service. Remember this, we have it right. Do login social, and this he need two things: access token and provider. We have the access token made in here, and what is the provider, guys? Google, because we are dealing with Google at this moment, right? After this guy, after I get this response, okay, so let's alert here if we get an error. Okay, if so after we got this response, so let's make const response in here. Okay, cool. After we have this response, I need to save it in the local storage set item, I believe. Okay, and this will be response dot data dot API token. Okay, so this coming from the backend, guys. So this one is different from this one. Okay, so this for the Google. So we will generate another one in the server side, or you already generated. Okay, so when the user click the Google login, the pop-up will shows up and we will get the token. After we get the token, we're happy with it, we pass it to the back end using this response, and we save it in here. So let's go ahead. After we pass it to the back end, I will go to the back end in here. So Mr. Backend here, we have a route in here. Okay, come on. Okay, so we have login route. It will go to the API token controller. We hit this one. In here, he will receive the access token. Okay, that we just pass in here. This one. Okay, access token. Let's go in here. Yes, so this is the one. He will pass this one. Okay. After he passed this one in here, he will use this library from the Laravel to check the user. Yes, we don't have any. If we have an error, he will tell him login failed. If not, he will go, okay, we got the user. Can you check the email against our database locally? Do we have it? Yes or no? Okay, so in here, yes, we have it, and it will save it in the database. Okay, so very self-explanatory, guys. After this, he will retain the API token which we just generated. So let's test this. Okay, so I will go to the front end in here, and I will, where is login in here? Okay, and I will cancel maybe response or whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have. Okay, login false. Okay, and okay, cannot read property API of undefined. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the error. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the backend part in here. Okay, API token. Okay, and this one not existing user. This will be like this, and it will retain the token for us. So let's try one more again. We don't need to refresh, guys, because this is in the backend part. So I will do this one maybe. Okay, I need to do the password. I don't know if I remember the password here, so I will escape and do it again. Okay, and I will here, and here we go. Cannot read. Okay, so it show again the error. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the API token. So yeah, so this, okay, API token, the response. So let's go ahead again in here. So, and we will tell him this API token. Okay, so API token, and yes, this should be it in here. Okay, so yes, I believe yes, that's it. So let's cancel this. Okay, so let's go ahead and hopefully we'll get something now. Refresh again. False. Give me false. Why this error? Maybe because there's already login. Okay, so let's see the error. So if in here, okay, so I just refresh the page. So okay, and let's come in here. I will cancel this so we'll catch any error. So it doesn't work, this one. So yes, we need to await this one. Wait until it's finished. Okay, so we refresh the page. I will go to the console in here, and we should get the token hopefully. Okay, let's bring it back. Okay, and I will sign with this and see the console what happened in here. Okay, so let's take a little bit. Okay, I will log in again in here. Okay, one moment. And okay, so we have the token from our backend, so let's refresh again. Okay, and see if we can get it again. Okay, so yes, I will pick, the user will pick any here, and we will see the token from the backend. So this is the token from the backend. To clarify, just super important thing, if I go in here in the database, we see the same token in the local storage of the users. Okay, so in other words, if I go in here and I go into application storage, and I will see the API token in here. Okay, so now the question now, okay, we have login in here, so I want to push to the, or I need to go to the router, which is home, I believe, or something. So this like this, and where is the router in here? Okay, I need to go to the home. Okay, after the user is login. Okay, cool. After we go to the home in here, and yes, so that's it. I need to protect all the routes in here. So let's go see if this work. Okay, okay, cool. So we have the home now, from the login to the home. Okay, let's go back in here, and I want to protect all the routes. So if the user is not login, I need to redirect him to the login. It's we can do this in the router. So we do two parts. Okay, but let's do this, the easy part first. So in here, router. Okay, before each router in here, okay, I will define in here like this, to, okay, from, and next. Okay, and this will be a reflection like this. Okay, so let's use this. So if to dot path not equal to login, and what's wrong with it, from, and yes, path, sorry, this will be okay. And so yeah, so this, let's do the logic in here. If no local storage dot get item, okay, and API token, we save it, API token is not, this means we need to redirect the user to the login. Okay, otherwise go ahead and go to your blah blah blah, your directory or whatever. Okay, so this the thing is here, not equal to login, and before each, yes, that's it, the logic in here. And yeah, so in here, if not go to the login. Okay, and in here as well, if is something else, like anything else, go to the next. So it's allowed to go anywhere in here. So if other page, like the login page itself, it will go. Okay, so this is the router in here. So let's test this very quickly. Okay, so we have the token in here. He doesn't redirect us. Let's go ahead and test this. Okay, clear this, and let's go in here, application, and let's delete this. Okay, and see what we have when we refresh. Okay, he doesn't redirect us, so we have something else in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have done wrong. Okay, so the login should be like this with slash. Okay, and let's go ahead now. Okay, cool. So because we didn't have the token, it doesn't allow us to see the home. Okay, if I log in again, it will take us to the home. Okay, and here if I refresh, I will be see because I log in. This is the first part of the authorization. The other part we'll do it in the back end. Okay, in our way, after we do the chat thing here. Okay, so because we have yes, we will do it in the back end. So if the user authorized to do that action, it will allow. If not, it will bring him back here to tell him you are not authorized. So this is the first part, we have done it in here. Okay, guys, this enough for this video. In the next lesson, we're going to do this dynamic, and we will do the chat as well. And yes, a lot of great stuff is coming, and especially in the video call as well, voice call, a lot of stuff. We will add more and more feature. Please subscribe and like, and see you in the next one. Bye.